Hi everyone, Beth Sager with a Lexington logo. We are here today with Bertina at the Christian Science Reading Room, which is interesting. It's very tucked back here behind Mass Ave, off the parking lot, and what I would say next to Blue the Salon, but I really didn't know it was here. So Bertina, tell us what you do here.
Well, this is a space that's very tucked away, as you said. Unfortunately, we'd much rather be out there where people can see us because we'd love for everybody to feel welcome to come here. But we're in what's called the Muse building. This is a condominium, and we're kind of behind the Theater Pharmacy and Michelson's shoe store. So that's the way you can find us.
And you have good parking.
We have great
You have
parking.
good parking.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
The parking lot is kind of full right now, but oftentimes it's not full, so it's easy to find a place to park, and it's easy to walk here from a lot of the center.
True.
So I'm here because I am the reading room librarian. We have a small congregation, and we have volunteers working at the church, and I was appointed to be the librarian for now. We take turns doing this. But this space is kind of like a library, and it's kind of like a bookstore. And we have all kinds of items related to Christian Science, which includes a lot of Bible research materials and a lot of inspirational magazines. And we have also some biographies of Mary Baker Eddy, who started this religion. And we also have some children's products with Bible stories that are sort of geared toward children, and things about prayer. And we have a space in the back, which is considered a kind of a quiet room where people can go and pray or meditate or think or whatever they feel like doing to try to commune with whatever they think of as a higher power. The reading room is not just for Christian Scientists. In fact, it was established so that people who don't know about Christian Science would feel like they had a place to come and learn about it. And even people who are not religious at all sometimes can feel led to come in here, and they can learn about what other people believe. And I think anybody can be blessed by kind of getting a sense of what Christian Science has to offer.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So do you have any experience as being a librarian, or is that just a title? Like, what is your background work-wise?
Well, interestingly, I do actually. I've worked at Cary Library
okay.
part-time, but that wouldn't be necessary for someone who wanted to be a reading room librarian because it's pretty different.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
And how often are you open?
Well, right now we're just open 2 days a week. We're open on Tuesdays from noon to 3 and Wednesdays from 1 to 4.
Okay.
In the past, sometimes we've had more hours, longer hours, and we hope to have longer hours in the future. But we also would be happy to be here anytime if somebody wanted to come in. We can make arrangements to be here another time.
And do you find that you get people who are doing research and stuff who come here to source your books and stuff?
I think sometime in the past we have had some people doing that. I think there was a student who was researching Christian Science who was at the high school.
Mm-hmm.
We also get people who are just curious. They said, "Oh, I never noticed you before," and they just look around, and that's great. We love to have them. Sometimes we have people who are really searching for something to help them because they've got some sort of an issue in their lives that's troubling them, and they want someone to talk to, and we love that too. So we get a variety of different kinds of people.
Mm-hmm. And you also said that there's a small church here as well. Mm-hmm. So the services open? Is it like service oriented? Like,
Very
how does that work?
So yeah, we used to occupy a building that's down at the corner of Muzzy Street and Forest Street, which is now a residence. But for many years, we had our church services there, and that was much more like a sort of traditional Protestant church with a big auditorium and a Sunday school downstairs. Our congregation got smaller so that we felt like we didn't really need that big a space anymore. So we'd already had this room that we used as a reading room, a condominium, and we decided to kind of put our church services in here. So on Sundays we have a church meeting room back there, and we can have Sunday school in this area.
Oh.
And on Wednesday nights we also have a service. Every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock we've got what we call a testimony meeting, and we sing hymns, and we have some people who read, and one person who reads from the Bible on Science and Health, the textbook of Christian Science, and we have people who share their experiences of healings or experiences or thoughts that they have about spiritual reality.
Nice. Wow. Well, it's very interesting. I appreciate your time. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming.